Hello, my beautiful people. Now, even though we are well into the month of November, I'm still talking about some Halloween related stuff, mainly because fuck you guys. I can if I want to. Plus, the last episode of this show came out like right before Halloween, and I just got around to recording this video. So, yeah, I mean, even right now, I still have a bit of Halloween stuff up, but I also got a couple Christmas stuff out a little bit early, mainly because, like, at my university, we have winter break at like our winter break starts the first week of December, and so we kind of don't really have December to celebrate Christmas time around here, so we mainly just do all that in November. But we're still so early in the month that it really does feel more like Halloween leftovers, pretty much. But with all of that said, today I want to talk about Agatha All Along, the latest television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and much to my surprise, is probably the best show that Marvel has ever put out in the MCU. I don't know if it's as good as Loki, but it's up there with one of the best television shows that has ever come out of this universe. But basically, Agatha All Along follows Agatha Harkness, who made her debut in WandaVision, and as a mysterious teenager breaks her out of her spell that Wanda cast her under, she is then off on a quest down the legendary Witch's Road in order to gain her power back, while the mysterious teenager is also trying to seek something greater. But she needs a coven. There has not been an MCU series that has kept me guessing and wanting to know exactly what's going to happen episode to episode since WandaVision, and that was the first one. And with WandaVision, it was mainly due to like the mystery aspect of the show, like what exactly is going on? Why is every episode like a sitcom? Like what's happening? Why are Wanda and Vision acting like this? And with Agatha All Along, you kind of know exactly what's going on from the first episode, but the suspense that the show does give you is something that the MCU really hasn't done yet in terms of its TV shows. If this show focuses more on the supernatural and horror aspect of the MCU, which we have been seeing quite a bit of with Multiverse of Madness and especially in Werewolf by Night. And this is kind of like the middle ground between the two in terms of spookiness and horror. Like there are definitely some scary moments in this show, but me personally, I feel it fits more on the spooky side of things than straight up horror. And this show just keeps making you second guess just about everything. Should you trust Agatha? What's going on with the teenager? What is the road doing? Like, there seriously has not been an MCU show that has got you this interested in what is going to happen episode to episode, week by week, since WandaVision. Now, for me personally, the closest show since then to come to that is Moon Knight, and Moon Knight definitely does like have a bit of that factor where like every episode kept being different, and so there's like this constant shift in what's real and what isn't real, mainly due to the main character's disorder, constantly making you question if any of the stuff that the characters are doing are real or not. But, Moon Knight does have its problems, and it never quite reached the same levels as WandaVision for me. You can kind of tell that they were trying to recapture that magic, pun not intended, but, I still really enjoyed Moon Knight at the end of the day. Agatha All Along, I feel, not only reaches that magic, but in many ways it surpasses it. For starters, one of the biggest criticisms of WandaVision was how the episodes were just too short. A lot of the episodes were trying to meet the length of the typical sitcom, which is usually just a half hour, but without any commercials. So episodes of WandaVision never really lasted past 25 minutes. Now, this problem kind of lessens a bit as we get further and further into the series, but even then, a lot of people complained that the finale was rather rushed, and that's mainly due to COVID and all that, since there were originally supposed to be 10 episodes. And for Christ's sake, they just completely glanced over 90s sitcoms entirely and went from the 80s and straight to the 2000s. But that's a complaint for another day. Go check out my WandaVision video for more of my complaints with the show. But I still liked it. It's still a good show. And I feel like Agatha All Along fixed those complaints with having the exact same amount of episodes, but adding like an extra 20 minutes in length to every single episode so that we're able to fully digest exactly what is going on. And it also improves on WandaVision by taking some elements that the show did really badly, namely a certain character, and really taking that character and making us appreciate what he's doing more. And the show doesn't necessarily fall into the same trap that a lot of other MCU TV shows fall into. It recognizes the fact that it is a television series and not just a 6 to 9 hour movie. Before Agatha All Along, there were really only three MCU shows that actually took advantage of it being a television show. Well, four, not counting WandaVision. There was Loki because, there was just so much shit going on that you couldn't really make it a movie. What If because it was an anthology series, and She-Hulk because it was episodic. Literally every other TV show released since then was literally just a long movie. It was nothing but a 6 to 9 hour long movie. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like shows like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, or anything like that. Quite frankly, I actually never got around to finishing Secret Invasion or Echo, so I can't really form a full opinion on those and if they justify being television shows or not. But the grand majority of them really do feel like they should have been movies, but they were only made as TV shows because Disney wanted something to put on Disney Plus that month. However, Agatha All Along breaks that trope and actually justifies being a television show because literally every single episode is something different. Episode 1 is Agatha witnessing the curse she's under by going through like an episode of a true crime show and breaking out of the spell. Episode 2 is her gathering the coven. Episode 3 is episodes 3 through 5 are all okay. These are some different trials on the Witch's Road. Episode 6 I'm not going to get into because that's a spoiler. Episodes 7 through 8 are more trials, and episode 9 is the epilogue. So it really does take advantage of the medium of television, where with previous MCU shows, the only way they took advantage of the television medium was adding a bunch of filler. And you could say that there is like a little bit of filler in this show, mainly due to the use of the theme song that they created for this show in particular, The Ballad of the Witch's Road, which they do play a lot. And, it's a good song. It's a song by Robert and Kristen Anderson Lopez, the same duo that wrote all the theme songs to WandaVision, including Agatha All Along. And there are also famous composers from Broadway and Disney movies, such as Avenue Q, Book of Mormon, and the Frozen movies. Oh, and Winnie the Pooh. Forgot about Winnie the Pooh. But you know, there's like an entire episode that's literally dedicated to like trying to like make a cover of The Witch's Road. Not to say that's a bad episode. It's just a little bit like we're kind of obsessed with this song and we really hope it goes viral the same way Agatha All Along did. Please, 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 dear God. And yeah, I'm not gonna give away any twists or anything like that, because I really do think that you guys should go ahead and watch this show for yourself if you haven't already, because this is truly a very unique type of MCU show, because it's not a superhero show. It is very much a supernatural fantasy witch series, and actual superhero stuff doesn't really come in until like the second to last episode, and without giving away any spoilers, the show doesn't even fall into like the traditional MCU finale trope of being an action heavy episode for a show that lacked any action. It's the finale is not just one big long fight scene. There's not even any action in the finale. Like this show is probably the best MCU series from Marvel Studios, because the Netflix shows, most of them at least, some pretty high competition there. But yeah, Agatha All Along, I'd say is a really great show, and if you haven't watched it already, definitely check it out. But anyway, guys, that will be it for this video. What do you guys think of Agatha All Along? Please let me know down in the comments below. And also, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified on when future videos are uploaded. Sorry for the weird schedule going on here. I'm gonna try and see if I can get things back on track by December. And if we can't get things back on track, then there's going to be some serious changes come January. But with that said, I will see you later. Bye.